وهذا كتاب مصدق لسانا عربيا. النحو الواضح, the clear Arabic grammar. Lesson 2, أجزاء الجملة, parts of the sentence. As usual, the lesson is divided into 3 sections: examples, rules, exercises. By the end of the lesson, you will have learned the 3 types of words and their definitions. While these 2 objectives serve as the main focus of the lesson, there are also secondary objectives that stem from them, such as learning about the types of ism, fi'l, etc. الأمثلة. ركب إبراهيم الحصان. Ibrahim rode the horse. يداعب إسماعيل القطة. Ismail pets the cat. يحصد الفلاح القمح. The farmer reaps the wheat. تأكل الشاة فولا وشعيرا. The sheep eats beans and barley. سمعت النصيحة. I heard the advice. This also means I took an advice, or I took the advice. يسطع النور في الحجرة. The light shines in the room. تجري السفينة على الماء. The ship is sailing on the water. هل تحب السفر? Do you love traveling? الكلمة 3 أنواع. The word is of 3 types: اسم, noun, وفعل, verb, وحرف, particle / preposition. Wait, what? You mean all the words in the Arabic language is divided into noun, verb, and harf? Yes. فالاسم كل لفظ يسمى به إنسان أو حيوان أو نبات أو جماد أو أي شيء آخر. والفعل كل لفظ يدل على حصول عمل في زمن خاص. والحرف كل لفظ لا يظهر معناه كاملا إلا مع غيره. الكلمة 3 أنواع. The word is of 3 types. As we said, اسم, noun. The ism refers to every word used to name a person, animal, plant, inanimate object, or anything else. وفعل, the verb. The fi'l is every word that indicates the occurrence of an action at a specific time. وحرف, particle preposition. The harf is every word whose meaning is not completely clear without other accompanying words. So we said the word is of 3 types: noun, verb, particle. This is the definition of the noun. And this is the definition of the fi'l, the verb. And this is the definition of the particle. How about we apply these rules to the examples from our previous lesson, lesson 1, النحو الواضح. You should know the meaning of these words as we have covered this lesson before. So what I'll do is I'll just apply the rules that we've learned today. Okay, remember this, the definition for the noun? It was anything that refers, the ism refers to every word used to name a person, animal, plant, inanimate object, or anything else. So let's start with a person. Do we find any? Yes, علي محمد. علي محمد. Animal, سمك. Obviously this is a lion, but you know what samak means. But this is referring to an animal. Plant. These are the two, وردة and زهرة. Inanimate objects. البستان, الشمس. And anything else. So let's choose a few words that are verbs and particles. Before we do that, what's the definition of verb again? The fi'l is every word that indicates the occurrence of an action at a specific time. Right, let's see some verbs here. Yes, شم علي وردة. شم علي وردة. Here we have شم, occurrence of an action. As you know, it's to smell. To smell. So Ali smelled a rose. Ali smelled a rose. So something has happened. And it also shows specific time. Obviously, this is in our upcoming lesson, so we're not going to really talk about it. But it shows whether it's in the past, ماضي, مضارع, or it's فعل الأمر. But this is something we'll cover later on. يعيش is another verb. يعيش السمك في الماء. Again, يعيش, does it show occurrence of an action? Yes, it indicates. Does it show specific time? Yes. Again, we're not going to talk about it because we've got it in our upcoming lesson. Let's look at harf. The harf is every word whose meaning is not completely clear without other accompanying words. So we have fi here. If it was by itself, the meaning wouldn't be complete. So it wouldn't be very clear. Okay? Because we have other accompanying words around it, that's why it makes sense. Fi again here. We understand the word is of three types: ism, fi'l, harf. We also understand that ism refers to every word used to name a person, animal, plant, inanimate object, or anything else. We understand the categorization of ism, fi'l, and harf, but how can we identify them within a sentence? For instance, is a word a noun? So in this, is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it a harf? If we draw parallel to the English, where a word following the often indicates a noun and a word ending in ed usually signals a verb. Consider the sentence, I saw the dog that chased the cat yesterday. In this example, dog and cat function as nouns and chased as a verb, marked by the presence of the and the ed ending. In Arabic, words possess their unique characteristics. Grasping these signs empower us to effortlessly identify nouns, verbs, and particles. Let's delve a bit deeper into these signs to enhance our understanding. Let's see the signs, characteristics, or indicators that are associated with ism. Some of the signs of ism: alif wal-lam, التنوين, حرف جر, الخفض. ركب إبراهيم الحصان. Now if you look at this sentence, الحصان, we said alif wal-lam is some of the signs of علامات الاسم. Okay, some of the signs of ism. So if we remove it, حصان, so adding it will show us it is an ism. Another sign that we said was tanween. So we have these two tanween. Now, because they have tanween, that indicates they're both nouns, ism. Another sign is the entry of huruf al-khafd. There are many, but since we are in the introductory stage, let's just focus on this example. يسطع النور في الحجرة. So fi is one of the signs of ism. تجري السفينة على الماء. So this is in the state of khafd, which consequently accepts kasra. So this is a khafd, and we have a kasra. So it's showing us because there is harf jar before it, and so therefore this is in the state of khafd. That means it has a kasra. So let's recap. What are the signs or characteristics that are associated with ism? We said alif wal lam, tanween, harf jar, and khafd. Some of the signs of fi'l. Every word preceded by the word qad, seen, sawfa. So if they're preceded by any of this word, then that shows it's a sign of fi'l. علامات الفعل. And then والتاء التأنيث الساكنة. Now, two things about the ta' tanith. A, it has to be a feminine. It has to be a feminine, not a masculine. It has to be قالت, she said, not قال, he said. So ta, that is the ta ta'nith sakina. We said there. So as you can see that these words come before the ta ta'nith sakina. The second, which is B, it has to be sukun, not fatha, not kasra, not dhamma. So the verb is known with four signs: qad, sin, sawfa, ta ta'nith. Let's now practice what we have learned with some examples from the Quran to reinforce our understanding. علامات الفعل. قد أفلح المؤمنون. Certainly will the believers have succeeded. So now we said, remember, if this word precedes that word, then that word is a verb. So here, قد أفلح. أفلح is a verb, succeeded, as you can see that in English. قد أفلح. قد نرى تقلب وجهك في السماء. We have certainly seen the turning of your face towards the heaven. Again, we have قد. So this word has to be a verb. And the English equivalent will be seen. نرى, seen. قد نعلم إنه ليحزنك الذي يقولون. We know that you, O Muhammad, are saddened by what they say. Again, قد نعلم. That means this word is a verb. The equivalent will be know, نعلم, know. قد سمع الله قول التي تجادلك. قد سمع الله. Certainly has Allah heard. سمع, قد. That means this word is a verb. The equivalent will be heard. The second sign is سوف and the third is سين. Again, let's see some examples from the Quran, the Kalamullah. كلا سوف تعلمون. No, you are going to know. كلا سوف. So now we know that سوف, if سوف precedes that word, then that word is a verb. So سوف تعلمون. No. No, you're going to know. وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. And your Lord is going to give you and you will be satisfied. وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. وَلَسَوْفَ سَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ. So because سوف preceded it, this has to be a verb, which is give. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give you and you'll be satisfied. As to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. كَلَّا سَيَعْلَمُونَ. No, they're going to know. كَلَّا سَ. Now we are in the sin. So if sin precedes a word, then that word is a verb. سَيَعْلَمُونَ. سَيَعْلَمُونَ. No, they're going to know. سيقول السفهاء من الناس. The foolish among the people, the foolish among the people will say. يقول say. Then the final one is تأنيث الساكنة. Okay, I hope you remember. We have explained تأنيث الساكنة. So here, فقالت هل أدلكم على أهل بيت. So she said, shall I direct you to a household? فقالت. So that means the تأنيث الساكنة, the word before it has to be a verb. Verb, and the equivalent is said. فقالت. So this word فقالت. وقالت عجوز عقيم. And said, I am a barren and an old woman. A barren old woman. قالت, again, the word that comes before it has to be a verb. قال, said. وقالت, and said. So she said, وقالت عجوز عقيم. The equivalent is said. حرف. Very simple. ما لا يصلح معه دليل الاسم ولا دليل الفعل. And the particle is that which does not accept any of the signs of the noun or the verb. Okay, so now let's look at the examples and identify which ones are nouns, verbs, and particles or prepositions. You will notice that noun is the most common word, and you will see what I mean by that. Let's start. Okay, as you can see that the most common words are noun. Ibrahim, al-Hisan, al-Qitta, al-Qamh, Fulan, al-Nasihata, and so on and so forth. Now let's go and find the af'al. Okay, rakiba, yuda'ibu, yahsudu, ta'kulu, sami'tu, and so on and so forth. And we only have 3, to be honest with you, harf. Okay, في على هل. We learned that words are of three types: اسم, فعل, and حرف. And we said اسم is divided into 5 types. Anything that refers to a person, animal, plants, inanimate objects, and anything else. Okay, so all of these ones. Let's see the names that we use for أشخاص. Okay, so we have Ibrahim, Ismail, Al-Fallahu. I understand Ibrahim and Ismail. Why do we have Al-Fallahu under the category أشخاص? That's because we use the word Al-Fallahu, which means farmer, to refer to a person, not an animal. We can't call an animal a farmer. It has to be under the أشخاص. Next. الحيوان, الحصان, القطة, الشاة. النبات, القمح فولا وشعيرا. جماد, الحجرة, السفينة, الماء, and anything else. Like النصيحة, النور, السفر. نصيحة we said is advice, nur, light, safar, travel or traveling. So these ones are also asma, they are nouns, and they're not inanimate, they're not plant, they're not animal, and they're not for a person or for people. So they come under أي شيء آخر. Let's start with exercise 1. اقرأ الجمل الآتية وبين الأسماء التي تدل على أشخاص، والتي تدل على حيوان، والتي تدل على نبات، والتي تدل على جماد. Read the following sentences and identify the nouns that refer to individuals, animals, plants, and inanimate objects. فريد يجري في الشارع. Farid is running in the street. علي يركب الحمار. Ali is riding the donkey. الكلب ينام في البستان. The dog sleeps in the garden. يحب الولد البرتقال. The boy loves the orange. يحترق الحطب. The wood is burning. يتسلق الغلمان الجبل. The boys climb the mountain. افترس الذئب كبشا. The wolf preyed on a ram. الثعلب يأكل الدجاج. The fox is eating the chicken. البستاني يجمع الأزهار. The gardener collects the flowers. يسبح الأولاد في البحر. The boys are swimming in the sea. الحديد يذوب في النار. The iron melts in the fire. المداد في الدوات. The ink is in the ink well. Up to this point, the authors have asked us to categorize the ism into 5 categories, but this time only 4. So from these sentences, we only extract the asma and categorize them into أشخاص, حيوان, نبات, جماد. أشخاص: فريد، علي، الولد، الغلمان، البستاني، الأولاد. So if you maybe look at these ones, maybe you can apply some of the rules that we have learned. That how do you know this is an ism? You've got the tanween, you've got the alif lam, and so on and so forth. Let's go to حيوان. الحمار، الكلب، الذئب، كبشا. The nabat and the jamad. The remaining are only verb and harf jar. Exercise 2. اقرأ الجمل الآتية وميز الأسماء والأفعال والحروف. Read the following sentences and distinguish the nouns from the verbs and the particles. يفتح محمد الباب. Muhammad opens the door. يشتري التاجر القطن. The merchant is buying the cotton. يزرع الفلاح القصب. The farmer is planting the sugar cane. يقرأ سعيد الكتاب. Saeed is reading the book. يدخل الهواء في الحجرة. The air is entering the room. الثمر يتساقط على الأرض. The fruit is falling onto the ground. الثور يحرث الأرض. The bull plows the land. تصنع الأحذية من الجلد. The shoes are made from leather. العصفور يغرد على الشجرة. The bird is chirping on the tree. يذهب العمال إلى المصنع. The workers are going to the factory. Okay, here are the sentences. Now, I don't want you just to copy what I'm doing. I want you to try yourself. Then I double check what I have done. So I suggest you pause the video, okay, and do the asma, okay, then play it to see if you got them right. After that, pause and do the verb or the verbs and play it again to check. So pause them, play it again to see if you have got them right. Finally, do the same for the particles. Okay, so now I'm gonna continue and show you the answers. Okay, so as usual, the most common words in the sentence are nouns. So we've got all the nouns now under the asma. What you could do is you could also practice alamatul ism by looking at does it have tanween, is there alif lam, and also was the word before it harf jar, and so on and so forth. So you could see and then you can apply and you will find all of them that they are asma. Af'al, the same thing you could do if you can put sin, sawfa, qad, and then also if there is any, I don't see any ta'nith sakina, but you could also try that. Finally, these are the harf jar, and you remember the definition of harf jar. Again, you just review them and see if you got them all right. Complete exercises 3 to 7. Put your answers in the comment section, and I might do a video explanation. That's after I've completed book 1. So this is the section that you can start, because we have already done 1 and 2, and I want you to do from 3 to 7. So on this page shows up to 6, but on the page after that is 7. And again, put your answers in the comment section. Try to do as much as possible, and then hopefully, if I've got time after I've completed the book, this book, then I might do a video for all the tamriniyat. And that's it for today. Thank you very much. ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا